Good morning. Welcome to this week's episode of What's Happening in My Garden. All right. Well, our lemon boys are coming along nicely. And I decided I'm going to let these bush, so before they get any too much bigger, I'll be getting my tomato cages in place, because if I wait too much longer, it's going to be really hard to get them on. And here's my red celebrations, and there's Miss Kitty. Hi, Miss Kitty. Like I always say, you can't come to the garden without finding a cat or two. And these are my ox hearts, and they're looking pretty good. And the grape tomatoes are looking nice. If you notice, I came through this week and did a little pruning on my tomatoes and thinned out the multiples, so we only have one plant per spot, as opposed to some of them having 3 before. And there's Miss Allie. Hi, Miss Allie. You gonna take a dirt bath, girl? Nope. And here's my onion bed. I'm just not having any luck with onions. I tried to start them from seed last year, and I couldn't get them to come up from seed. So I bought onion sets this year and put them in, and they didn't do very well. So I'm not sure what's going on. Man, this thing has a lot of grass in it. I'm gonna have to come in here and do a little weeding on this bed. Okay, over here we've got our flowers, and I'm not sure what's going on here. We're just waiting to see if we actually get what we're hoping for here, but not much is happening. There's some sprouting going on, but they're not growing very fast. Over here we planted some black-eyed peas last week, and they're coming up nicely. I planted about 40 seeds, and I've got about 12 sprouting right now, so we'll see what happens there. And here's Tiff's corn bed, and with a cat in it. I miss Kitty. So the corn's coming up nicely. It's allowed me to figure out what's corn and what's weeds, so I did some weeding in here yesterday and cleaned that thing up. My bell pepper bed. I've had to, my bell peppers that I started from seed just didn't do very well. I've had to replace them with store-bought ready-going plants. That's the only one that I started from seed. The rest of these were store-bought. And over here, that one I started from seed. Those 3 are store-bought. And I had one right here, but it's, I don't know where it is, but yeah, I went to replace it too. And here's what I call my fun bed. Jalapenos are looking good. My poblanos are doing okay. And my red marconis are looking good. And Miss Kitty's just crying for attention today. And over here we have our banana peppers. I thinned that side down yesterday and did a little pruning on it. And I got to come in here and thin these down, because there's 2 there. There's about 4 in that bunch over there. So I want to get down to just 1 per. And my Italian sweets, I started those from seed. They're looking good. And then I bought these 2 because, well, I didn't get my germination that I wanted, but they're looking really good. They're coming up nice and strong. And these are my jalapenos, and they're looking good. There's my straight 8 cucumbers. They're looking nice. I'll be thinning those down a little bit, and as they grow, get them trained to come up this trellis. And here are my pickling cucumbers. Got them in the ground yesterday, and they're looking good. So got to get a trellis over here for them to grow up on, so I'll be doing that here soon. Here's Tiffany's Pop of Color corner. Her lilies have lost their flowers, but we planted another type of lily right here that she had in a pot. And we got some tulips, and that's called an orange star. I don't know if that's its official name, that's what it had on it. And of course, the hanging baskets are looking good. And a cat sitting in the bed. And there's Miss Baby coming out to see what's going on. I've got these two tomato plants right here in these containers, and they're looking really good and strong. I'm thinking about putting them in the end of the onion bed that's not doing well. And there's Miss Baby. She's out checking things out with me. So not a lot happening still. We're just letting things grow. I'll be putting tomato cages on my tomatoes this week before they get any bigger, because it'll get hard to put them on if I don't get them on now. I decided against single stemming them. I'm just gonna let them bush. Peppers are looking good. Got to replace another bell pepper. I just didn't have much luck with the ones I started from seed. They've all pretty much have been replaced with store-bought started plants. But that's about it. Thanks for joining me for this week's episode, and see you next week.